Hello and welcome to this tutorial on how to set a automatic scheduled backup that will go to the same server that is housing your website essentially. Now this is not a lone method. I would not recommend being this being the single method of backing up. You can schedule it to go to your same server, but if you have a complete server meltdown or a hack attack that completely erases everything on your server, you're going to lose this backup in the process. So this is just I do recommend doing this in addition to the other methods that I've kind of outlined in other videos. You know, the one about manually backing up to your hard drive, and then also one sending it offsite to an online service like Dropbox, which we'll cover later. This method, it will just essentially, again, send your complete backup or your database backup automatically on the schedule that you choose to your server in another folder that doesn't sit on the core files of your site. So while it is possible that you might not get attacked completely, you know, there are chances that this file might be corrupted as well. So again, this is just kind of an additional option. Don't look at this as definitely the only option. So it's very simple to set up a scheduled backup, to kind of set it and forget it essentially. You'll just go to the scheduling tab under the Backup Buddy menu option. You'll land here on this dialog screen, which will ask you what to name the schedule. Let's just do a full backup. I'm going to call it full backup host server. And I'm going to pick up the backup type, and I'm going to do a full backup. I'm going to go ahead and give it a monthly interval, and you can choose whichever interval that you feel comfortable with. And I'm going to leave it as whatever the date is in time, though you can click this and pick the date if you prefer. One thing I will say about these automatic scheduled backups, you probably don't want them all running at the same time every month or every week or whatever. Just because, you know, if they're running all at the same time, if you've got like 10 backups going up at once, it's going to tax your server and your site might get slow or maybe even go down for a little bit. So I'd kind of schedule these at different dates. You probably won't have more than 4 or maybe 6, between 4 and 6 of these scheduled backups, which we'll cover later. Because the additional ones will involve a remote destination like Dropbox. So you'll pick the date. We'll go ahead and skip this option. We're gonna skip this box, and we're just gonna say enable the schedule to start running, because if you uncheck it, it will not run the schedule. So this is a good option to kind of check and uncheck over time if you want to enable and disable it for whatever reason you may have. And then you just click add new schedule and you're done. You've got a full backup running, ready to go. It starts on the December 9th, and it's going to run the 9th on every single month. The runtime is going to exist in that interval, on a monthly basis. Should you decide to get rid of it, you can check that box and delete. And of course, you can add as many schedules as you want. Again, that was the simplest way to kind of schedule a backup, and that's just going to your host server. So if you're hosted on, say, GoDaddy, it's just going to the server that you're renting from GoDaddy. But again, not a recommended option if this is your lone option. You want to make this an additional option. So that's it. We'll see you on the next tutorial.